What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics and jump and dive throughout the relationships so you don't drown too. As always, I am just the man just trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So I have been purposely not putting up or paying attention to the predators in the classroom whole deal that I do. I cover a wide range of things on this channel, and I purposely have been seeing a lot of these fucking articles come out, and I've been purposely ignoring them. But this one, I just said, F it, I might as well cover it. Because when it's something really unique, it's become so often that it doesn't really move me anymore. Does that make sense? So a lot of people are sitting there and they're saying, oh, we're hearing stories like this almost every week now. What changed? No, this has been going on. In fact, I would say, no lie, every single day I'm running across one or two stories, brand new stories, of these women being caught. New York Post, you had one job. You put up an article and you labeled it racist black man, which I'm all for. And your last article, I'm all for putting out content that properly identifies the criminal so we can get a better judgment and a better picture of what we're reading and digesting. I'm all for it. Arizona teaches aide Spanish, probably passing white. See how I gotta interject for you guys? Charged with repeatedly having sex with student, leading to pregnancy by Anna Young. A twisted Arizona teacher's aide was arrested for allegedly having sex with a 15-year-old student. I love when they don't go back and fix these allegedly having sex with a 15-year-old student multiple times, leading to a supposed pregnancy and chilling discussions about how to cause a miscarriage. Jessenia Rodriguez, an aide at Sun Valley Academy in Avondale, is accused of carrying out the 6 sexual encounters with her 8th grader 3 times in March, claiming she got pregnant shortly after their first tryst at her home, according to court records obtained by multiple outlets. The victim told cops he didn't wear a condom when they first had sex and brought Plan B for the 22-year-old, only to receive 3 photos of a positive pregnancy test 2 weeks later. The pair texted that rough intercourse could cause a miscarriage, while also discussing the possibility of an abortion, the court documents show. The deranged aide allegedly proceeded to have sex with the student 2 more times, with the third encounter on a park bench near his home. The victims told investigators, the outlet reported. The teen told the police that Rodriguez repeatedly instructed him not to tell anybody about their encounters, warning that they would both be in trouble if anyone found out. But his stepmother later learned of it and discovered the disturbing messages on his phone, according to court records. I'm sorry, this just caught my head. This just caught my attention. Star actress says she can't wrap her head around white women who voted for Trump over Harris. Yeah, I can see that. Police searched the boy's phone and allegedly found dozens of explicit images and messages, including a Snapchat exchange in which the aide said she was craving him and described an X-rated dream. Again, these women, let me get the thumbnail. Iran to execute the first woman over widespread anti-regime demonstration. You'll never hear feminists will be crickets over shit like this. That's a beautiful woman right there. And they executing women over there just for speaking, but over here, they'll sit here and pretend that the United States is much worse than the shit that happens over there. It's crazy. Get my thumbnail. All right. Police searched the boy's phone and allegedly found dozen of explicit images and messages, including. Okay, I read all of this. All right. Rodriguez was arrested Thursday and allegedly admitted she knew the child's age and had developed feelings. What did that guy say that we agree with now? I think we should, right? Welcome to the channel if you're new here. On this channel, we are finding out, we're picking the brain of the female predator, right? And what we're finding about these teachers are a lot of these teachers are falling in love with it's not a physical thing. They're falling in love It also has something to do with a power dynamic too with it. But a lot of these teachers are falling in love with these students, and they don't. There's no difference between a man who's in his 30s or 40s and a kid who's 14 to 17 to these women, or probably even younger. It's a weird manipulation thing, but the thing is, they're trying to mulligan, right? That's a Magic the Gathering term, probably for card games. It's probably a trading card game thing. I'm pretty sure mulligan also exists in other places. They're trying to mulligan, right? Probably a romance that they never had, or probably a romance that went bad. And a lot of these teachers, because they are teachers, they're in the perfect power position that they can get all the intel that they want. Because let's be real here, how many women get away with shit that if a man did it, that man would be arrested post haste? How many women it's seen as cute or romantic when a woman flat out is stalking a fucking dude? So translate that to a teacher who, again, in her eyes, in her world, her reality, and she knows what she's doing is wrong, but that doesn't matter. I'm just a girl. Imagine she's hearing the stories from other students, and all the girls are fawning over one guy, right? All the juicy information gets to her favorite students. They're talking, and she overhears them. She hears all of that shit. It's no different than a girl in high school or a girl in school. It's no fucking different. No different. She was charged with luring a minor for sexual exploitation and 4 counts of sexual conduct with a minor. It's unclear if Rodriguez is actually pregnant. Sun Valley Academy said the district is cooperating fully with the investigation. We are aware of an allegation involving the former employee and a scholar, official said in a statement, Fox reported.
8th grade student. A 22-year-old former staff member at Sun Valley Academy in Avondale is accused of sexually assaulting an 8th grade student and sending him photos of a positive pregnancy test.
Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Karima Devine. Jessenia Rodriguez remains in custody, but many of the parents that we spoke with say that they had no idea that this was happening.
12 News journalist Tiani Jadalang is in Avondale. She talked to parents tonight.
What if I told you all of these stories of these teachers getting caught, it's probably not even 1/4 of the shit going on? Because a lot of bells, especially young boys, aren't going to tell. For example, I cover these stories, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. If this happened to me when I was much younger, I wouldn't tell a soul. I know I wouldn't, because I know I wouldn't. So trust me, it's happening a lot more than what's being caught in the net, right? There's a fly swatter, right? There's a net to catch fish, and there's multiple holes in that fucking net. It's not even multiple holes. You practically just got the top part of the net and little patches of net, and they're just massive holes.
And has details.
According to court documents, the encounters date back to March of this year. Rodriguez and the 15-year-old victim met during recess. That's when the suspect asked for the victim's phone number. This is where court records say 22-year-old Tulsa resident Jessenia Rodriguez once worked. Those same records say Rodriguez was an aide whose responsibility was to supervise students during recess. But it's at that same location where the former aide and the 15-year-old victim first met. Rodriguez had her initial court hearing Thursday.
Jessenia Rodriguez, August 13, 2003.
She remains in custody, something some parents at the school say they had no knowledge about.
I think it's insane that it hasn't been brought to light. I mean, I understand the privacy, but we need to know if there's an issue.
According to an investigation by the Avondale Police Department, after the 22-year-old asked for the victim's phone number, the two began texting and eventually FaceTiming. During those calls, the victim describes moments when Rodriguez, who the victim called Nia, pulled up her shirt to expose her breasts, then pulled down her pants to show her buttocks. The student also described having sex with Rodriguez on 3 separate occasions. 2 of those times, the assault occurred at the victim's home. After the very first time Rodriguez and the victim were intimate, documents say the victim received text messages from Rodriguez which contained 3 positive pregnancy tests. Rodriguez and the victim discussed getting an abortion, but on April 1st, police observed a call between the victim and Rodriguez, and during that call, she denied having any sexual contact with the victim and stated she felt like she was being set up. Detectives.
There it is. She's a victim. You know, it's also very, very funny. It's very, very funny because this just goes to show you that when a woman likes you, it doesn't matter if it's a grown ass man or some fuckboy Asian who's fucking all the Asians and white women within his VTuber group or online gamer content making group, or some fucking kid in the school. When a girl likes you, the thought of you even having to do all the extra steps goes right. Condom, get that shit out of here. Bust in my mouth and do me raw first day. I don't want to. I don't care if you got a girl. I don't care. No, I don't. How dare you? How dare you? Again, even in the situation with her being a full ass grown ass adult, she knows the preventative measures that she should have been taking, and yet she showed him the picture of the pregnancy test. It's manipulation. It's a power move. She's basically saying you're mine and mine forever. That's what that is. And trust me, you do have women that do that. There's women that will be with a good guy, find a guy who she believes is greener pastures, right? Leave that guy, fuck another guy, fuck him raw, right? And purposely have a baby, right? And try to keep the baby, right? Get pregnant or so purposely, and then claim that she's gonna keep the baby in hopes that she can keep that she'll literally have a struggle baby. And here's the thing, all groups of women do this. All of them. They'll purposely have a baby with a man that they know damn well don't want no part of that child's life or her life. It was just a crack session.
Searched the victim's cell phone and recovered 45 images that were tagged as evidence. On April 16th, a search warrant was served at the suspect's residence and Rodriguez was placed under arrest. A representative for the Sun Valley Academy told 12 News, parents have since been informed, but those we spoke to still have their concerns.
Hopefully, everything from here on out, they take precautions to make sure something like this doesn't happen anymore.
Rodriguez is eligible for release. That's through a cash-only appearance bond of $100,000. I also spoke with Rodriguez's family off camera. They tell me they're in shock and still trying to process what has happened. As for Rodriguez, her next court date is set for April 22nd. In Avondale, I'm Tiani Jadaling, 12 News.
All right, Tiani, thank you.
Interesting. Ever notice how a great deal of the victims are held behind, like they're purposely going after slower kids? You think any of that matters? You think women care if motherfuckers is on a spectrum? Do you know the hardest job in the world? Listen, I gotta give credit to ladies. The hardest job in the world is waking up as a woman and being confused. Could you imagine being confused the entire fucking day? Do you think that they care that they're trying to procreate and falling in love with people on the spectrum? Get them! Get them! Any of you motherfuckers that say that you wish that were you need a bullet in your head. I want to fight her. And I'm sure other people in the community might feel that way. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. White women in white men dominated field. Well, bro, where are you from? Okay, let me see. We're coming for your children. LGBTQ. Bro, stop it. This is women. You gotta understand, when it comes down to the LGBT, it's mostly represented by women. And it's also mostly overwhelmingly represented by whites. Like I said, we keeping that energy from now on. So if anyone gets offended, if you clap when you hear me doing this towards people who are Black Americans or melanated, and then you cry when it's somebody that you like, tough shit. Get over it. Build a bridge. Get over it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah.